Good morning. It's March 5th. We're looking at the S&P 500, and this is just a 5-minute chart. So a couple things you can see here. We traded down. We opened up over here. We traded down below our key turn price. They popped it up here to the KP. I was actually trading during this time, and then they sold off from the KP. This was a pretty nice sell-off. They came all the way down here at 85, which was just 2 ticks in front of our key turns, and also was here during this time, and you could just see the buyers come in right here at 85 and take it right back up here, and then they sold it off at 03 and then brought it all the way. I mean, this really came down, came back up, tested there, tried this key turn price, broke, came back right here, held, and then came down, sat here at 75, broke, used this one. So you can see how, I mean, it's actually been really great how it's used the different prices. So couple of things. This would be really important right here. If we could get up above 65.50, and ultimately if we could hold up above here, that's going to be absolutely critical for higher. So if we can get up above here and hold, really, really important for higher. Of course, this, I would say this was really used, but I would say this was not used. So then there's that 75 quarter. And then we have our key turn price up here, 84 quarter and 84 half. And if you haven't traded key turns a lot, it's pretty simple. Above it, you're a buyer, and below it, you're a seller. So as soon as it broke down over here, and then once you got this where it could hold right there, you're a seller. It sold off 40 something points. And then you mix that in with prediction points, and pretty great how that works. You're a seller over here. It comes down, breaks here. You're a seller. Test this. You're a seller. Over here, you're a seller. Try a buy. Doesn't work. You're a seller. You can try a buy over here. No, comes back. Not working. You're a seller. Probes up above here. Doesn't come back up above here, which is something you really have to watch for here. Is are you getting higher highs? And then finally they break and they hold, and then it was kind of off to the races. So that's pretty simple. So over here above 84, sometimes it'll use this to the tick, and like here it came within 2 ticks and then kind of took off. And so, you know, there's that. And then they came down here and they bought that. So here's the thing about this, is that if they can get up above here and hold, that'll be really good. Let's talk about today. That's where they bought it yesterday. So we're gonna still go with this one for sure. This is not used yet, so they could come back to this 22 quarter. Yeah. So I think that was the same price we had yesterday. I just wanted to make sure that my indicator had saved the new lines on there. So they could come back to here. I don't really like this. It's kind of too close to there. I'd rather they use the CP right there. And then don't really like either of those. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really like either of these. I'd say both of these are really, really used already. But then this was not. And this was not. And then ironically, this is also our key turn level down here. So this is the third key turn level. And so then that's not used either. And then I would say that's not really used. And then this would be like a really, oh, sorry, this was from another day on the key turns. So, yeah, so scratch that. So there's, this wasn't used, that wasn't used. Don't love it down here, but keep an eye on that. That was not really used, but it's extremely close to this last swing. And then that's not used. That's not used. Maybe that one. So the point is they've got some room to go lower here. If they start to sell it off, if they get below 22, I think, the sellers probably, well, let me say it like this. If they get below this right down here, this 34 quarter area, if they come back and take that out and can't keep moving higher, then likely the sellers are going to bring this lower. And it easily, this would be stop number one, but then below that we got another 22 points down into this range. Could easily come back into here. And then below that we've got some room to run down to this price. That's 55. So we'll just kind of take it one at a time. I'll be as active as I can in there, but on the other side, if we get up above here, like I said, and then of course here would be a good sign. This was not used, so that's an important thing to take note of. We haven't used this one yet either for selling. And then, yeah, that's good. That's good. This would be something we'd want to watch up here. There's our other key turn level. This is really used right there. Wouldn't necessarily want to use that one. This one is really used right there, over here. And I'm going to go with what we said yesterday, that this is really not used, and this 55 area just makes a lot of sense to come back to. In the bigger picture, as long as they can hold this area, then, well, in the interim, big picture, they can come back a bit still and be fine. But we've had this move up and that hold, this move up, 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 that held right there, this move up. They kind of held it right here. They brought it back to here. They could try it from here again and then move it higher, and that all be okay. They even could come back here and use this and then go higher. But they can't hold here, and likely we're going to see quite a bit lower down into here. So there you have it, and I will see you in the live trade signals.